Hello, good evening, good morning, or good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. My name is Okoli Manuel, and I'm the team lead. Um, I'm that expert that helps you sort out all of your pension, your annuity, and your insurance-backed savings plan. So today we are live, and I'm glad to bring us this session. In the next few minutes, we shall begin to answer some pertinent questions that many retirees are asking or soon to retire. Some of you who are watching this live right now, you are not retired yet, you're about to retire, and then you want to know how to go about the entire process, and that's why we have this uh, program right here. So give me a minute. Let me quickly share the link so that others can join. And by the way, when you come on live and you are watching the replay, do well to drop your questions on the chats, on the comments section. I'll be answering them. So I have a few questions that have been with me right here, and I'm going to be answering them so that they can benefit everyone, retiree or soon to retire. Just a moment. So I'm dropping this on our WhatsApp community so that everyone there can see and hopefully join us live. So it's our annuity and savings plan Q&A, questions and answers. Discussing we shall be discussing a few items. We shall be reviewing the process for um, conversion to annuity from program withdrawal. And we shall also be talking about some of the requirements from the regulatory bodies, as regards the conversion process. So, why is it that many retirees are deciding to go for annuity from program withdrawal? These are the things we'll be discussing tonight, and I will be sharing the success stories of those who have actually made the transition. We are receiving a lot of calls, a lot of emails, WhatsApp messages from all over Nigeria, from as far as Kaduna, Gombe, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Ondo, Ibadan. Retirees everywhere are reaching out and we are guiding them, explaining to them the benefits and the difference between program withdrawal and annuity and why they should take up the annuity options and all of that. Okay, now real quickly, we want to take a few questions from um, the manual. Of course, the regulatory body NICOM and of course PENCOM. There's a retiree pack which is designed for the retiree to be able to, have some knowledge, reasonable knowledge on how all of this work. And today I'll take maybe three or so questions and I'll address them today so that the retirees out there can get value and understand what they are getting into as they make their decisions. So I'm sure when you are working during your working years, you have what we call an RSA. RSA means retirement savings account. This is an account you have with your PFA. Okay, if you are working either with the government or the organized private sector, a company that is pension compliant, every single month when you work, you have when your salary is paid, a portion goes to your pension account. That's why you see people call it this job is it a pensionable job. So that pensionable job, what we're talking about is that you have an account with the pension fund administrator PFA. So the PFA are those institutions that manage your RSA, your retirement savings account, while you're working. So at the point of retirement, you have access to a portion of that amount, usually 25% for most people, or something above that. Now, when that lump sum is given to you, the balance is used to purchase a program withdrawal arrangement, which means that the PFA will begin to pay you monthly every month. PFAs, examples of PFAs include Stanbic IBTC, Power Pension, Midway Pension, uh, uh, Access ARM. There are many of them, but 2021 of them currently operational in Nigeria today. However, many retirees are now discovering that annuity offers them even a better option, a higher payment for every month, and then these are the things we shall be looking at. But anyways, let me go quickly to question number. Look at your screen. You can see, you can follow me, so we can do this together. Yeah. So let's go to question number 10. Number 10. Question number 10. Let me quickly get there. I'll be starting from there. If you can see your screen, you'll see question number 10. Question number 10 says, can a retiree on annuity, that's RLA, RLA means retire annuity, retiree life annuity, retiree life annuity, that's what RLA means. So can the retiree change his RLA provider? That means if you are with a particular insurance company providing annuity, can you change? The answer is simple. A retiree on RLA can change his RLA provider after 2 years of being with the current RLA. All right, with the current provider, with the approval of NICOM. Okay, so as at the time of this document publishing, the retiree is able to change his annuity provider after staying 2 years with the provider. Okay, the second question I want to take is number 11. It says, what happens where a retiree who is on program withdrawal exhausts the balance in his or her RSA? Now, many retirees don't know that there is a possibility for the balance in your RSA on program withdrawal to be exhausted, and this is what this uh, question is actually talking about. What happens to a retiree who exhausts his balance? That is question number um, 11. What happens where a retiree who is on program withdrawal exhausts the balance in his RSA? So the first thing to say here is that your balance in your RSA as for you that is on program withdrawal can be exhausted. That is very clear. You can see this is not what I'm. This is not me saying this. This is I'm reading directly from the retiree pack, the document put together by the regulatory bodies, I mean the NICOM and the PENCOM, right? So this statement shows that it is possible that your balance can get exhausted. All right. We have seen cases where retirees are still alive, but they are no more getting paid. This, however, is not even possible. With annuity, you are guaranteed your payments for life. For as long as you are alive, your payments will never cease. And that is why many retirees are going for annuity. So let's see what the response from the regulatory body is. For that's question number 11. I'll make it a little bigger now. Question 11 says, a retiree whose RSA balance is exhausted may be eligible. Underline the word may. That means it's not guaranteed. May be eligible for the payment of a guaranteed pension through the minimum pension guarantee MPG. Let me now explain what MPG. The next question says, what actually is MPG? MPG is a scheme established to provide guaranteed pension to eligible retirees whose RSA balance have been exhausted. So this is a scheme put together. If your balance gets finished and you are still alive, there is an arrangement made that will now assess whether you are qualified to get some payment. Not, of course, not as you used to get before, not the same value, something smaller, but again, it is not even guaranteed, right? There will be some assessment done to see whether you qualify for that or not. But why would you want to get to the point where you now begin to run up and down at old age, going to one office to another office and all that? But the solution to that we talk about is annuity. Annuity guarantees that your payments will never ever get exhausted or get stopped or get finished. As no matter how long you live, whether you live up to 80, 100, 200 years old, your payment on annuity will never cease. Okay, let's look at question number 13. Look at question number 13. Let me make it a little bigger so you can see the screen. Question number 13 says, can your RLA, retiree life assurance. That's your annuity. Can your annuity be exhausted? Can your annuity be exhausted? That's question 13. The answer is simple. The risk having been transferred to the annuity provider, your annuity balance cannot be exhausted. It is not me that is saying this. It is not me that is saying this. This is coming straight up from the regulatory bodies. As you can see here, NICOM and PENCOM. This is the retiree pack put together by NICOM and PENCOM. The question I'm answering is, can the balance on your annuity get exhausted? That is question 13. Let's go back there. Question 13. Question number 13. Can your RLA be exhausted? That is, RLA means retiree life annuity. So can your annuity balance be exhausted? The answer is there. It says you have already transferred the risks to your insurance, your annuity provider, that's the insurance company. Your balance, therefore, cannot. Somebody say cannot. Say very well. Say cannot. It cannot be exhausted. Your balance on your annuity cannot be just so you have peace of mind. You have guaranteed, payment for life, and that is the advantage. One of the big advantage. In addition to that, to the fact that you are paid higher every single month. Some people they have as much as 20,000, 30, 40, 50,000 naira additional to whatever they are earning on program withdrawal when they come to annuity. And they will never have to worry about their balance being exhausted. Okay, this is what you need to understand about annuity. Today, I'll just quickly, somebody is asking, okay, if I want to migrate to annuity, what do I do? There are a few things you need to know if you desire to migrate to annuity. Now, the first thing to know is that you have the window, two windows you have. The window at the point of retirement, the moment you retire and you are processing your lump sum, that is the time to choose annuity. If you miss it at that time, you are going to be automatically pushed into program withdrawal. If that happens, then you cannot move again until you stay at least 1 year. On the 13th, 12th or 13th month, that is the next option you have to migrate to annuity. Most smart retirees, they decide to pick annuity at the point of retirement. Immediately they retire, that is the time when they are getting their lump sum and all. That is the time when they process their annuity. Okay, so what documents do you need to do that? If you want to migrate to annuity, the documents are on your screen. You need your retirement letter, you need your age declaration, you need your passport photograph, you need your utility bill, your NIN slip, your last pay slip from your place of work, your last pay slip, your BVN, your statement of account from your PFA, the name of the place where you worked last, the address of your last employer, your bank account for your bank monthly payment of annuity, then your beneficiary details. These are the items you need. These are the items you need to be able to migrate to annuity. Okay, that will be all for today. If you have any need for, if you desire to, migrate, reach out and call us. Call me on the number 0806 548 2023. The number on the screen 0806 548 2023. You can call on the phone or reach out on WhatsApp, and we'll be glad to help you process your annuity. And you don't have to go anywhere. Everything is done 100% online. We'll just guide you and show you what to do. And then you don't have to, with the insecurity at the moment in the country, we don't even advise our elderly retirees to travel here and there. Just stay where you are, and then we'll tell you what to do. The documents will be available. We will help you process them. You can now send via email, and then within a few days, uh, the process is completed. Then finally, on tonight's edition of this, program, I'll just want to quickly run you through some of the things we do. Like I said the last time, if you want us to speak to your office, your colleagues, your contemporaries, about our programs, we'll be glad to do that. Just send us a DM, send us a message, and you want us to organize a training for your staff or your former company where you work. We have the retirement readiness webinar, seminar, where we talk about retirement planning, financial planning, and if you want to have a savings account, a targeted savings account that helps you fulfill any projects that you have in mind, we'll be glad to do that for you. Okay, that being said, thank you for watching. Share this video with anyone you like, anyone that is a retiree or about to retire, so they can reach out and get the best of their retirement. Don't leave your money on the table. If you are not on annuity, you are losing money. Thank you so much. I'll be glad to receive your calls and questions so we can answer them privately and possibly bring them online so everyone else can benefit. Bye for now.